Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. So let's talk about Marriage Boot Camp Family Edition, Season 10, Episode 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do Episode 4 tonight. But anyways, let's get it started. So basically, we got Team Mom. We got Amber, Matt, and Tonya. We got Jim Jones, Chrissy, and Mama Jones from Love and Hip Hop New York. And we got Real Housewives. We got Brandi and her father, Guy. And then we have Renee and her two sisters, Lena and Jennifer. Basically, the mob wife, the mob family of New Jersey. New Jersey. So anyways, okay, let's just talk about Amber. Amber looks like a train wreck. She looks wrecked up. She looks messed up. She looks totally like demolished. And I don't know when she's telling the truth, when she's not telling the truth. It's just like, yo, she's wild, crazy. She seems like she's high. And I was thinking that the 2 episodes until, her boyfriend Matt or husband revealed that, she's on mood stabilizers, antidepressants, and some other drugs that they did not say the name of. And the mom looked like she has worn out her brain. She worn out her memory. She done worn herself out. I don't know what happened, but guys, please don't do drugs. If you ever want to know this is what your brain looks like on drugs, look at Amber and her mom. It is like totally crazy. And Matt too is crazy too as well. So if he's not a crazy person or a bad person, to put himself in that type of situation is terrible. And I don't know the history of Amber or Teen Mom because I don't watch Teen Mom. Like I said before, there's a bunch of teen moms around my neighborhood that need help. So I don't need to watch these mother suckers on TV. So anyways, and then also, like, Matt's supposed to have a drug problem. So you got 3 recovering addicts or 3 addicts living together or in the same vicinity around each other where it's going to always be toxic because people that are on drugs don't think clearly, don't think decisively. They're not decisive. You know what I mean? They're clueless. They think people are after them. And so Amber's always trying to play victim. And she's always thinking somebody's after her. She's always coming up with things that she can actually say that she thinks that someone's doing something to her. Or someone says she's always on the defensive like crazy. It's like way too much. So I don't know if she's doing this for TV. I don't know if she's doing this for this show. She wants to be the most outlandish, the most outspoken, the most talked about on the show so she can return to her throne on Teen Moms or whatever. But her mom is just totally like, she's not elusive at all. I don't know what. It's like Amber and her mom belong in a facility with people with mental issues. And I don't even know, like, where's Amber's child? Does she have custody of her child? I can't even imagine her raising a child. So, Amber's the type of person, if she's raising a child, when she goes into school or when she goes out in public, her child's going to actually be a problem in the future. Like, you have a train wreck raising kids, and this is just sad. And we're watching this all unfold on TV. I was just like, damn. And then for the longest time, I thought Chrissy was the problem with Jim Jones, but actually it's Jim and his mom that's actually the problem. I don't know how Chrissy did it for 7 years, but she's going to continue to keep doing it because this is what she does. And basically it is what it is. You got Renee and her 2 sisters. They're just like, oh my God. Like, they help Renee, but then they take advantage of Renee as well. And Renee treats her sisters like, they're employees as well. But she does love them. I don't know if her sisters love her. Or that she turned into their father where she's able to support and provide for them because their father had them up on a pedestal and they had a rich life growing up. So I don't know if that's the case, if that's what it may be. Anyways, I'm just like, damn them Renee. Renee, she's loud, she's rambunctious, she cusses, she swears, she's erratic, and half of the time Renee's doing it for attention, then half of the time she's doing it for her, then half of the time she's doing it for ratings, then half of the time she just explodes. Like, it's like a house full of mental cases, And then you got Brandi and her father. Her father seems like, I don't know, it seems like incest went on in that relationship. I don't know. It seems like a father's attracted to his daughter. I don't know. They act more like husband and wife than daughter. And then daughter and father, it basically is just really weird. And Jim Jones, he's the only person I done seen on this show done get high, smoke weed, smoking blunts, falling asleep, smoking blunts. He's totally non and void because he don't really have the problem because he has two women fighting over him. And it's like me tell you, it's very difficult to date somebody that is a mama's boy, especially when the mama's always in the picture and she always wants to take rank, she wants to take control. And it's difficult to be in a relationship with that man because you know what? Of course his mama's gonna always come first. Of course my mama's always gonna come first. But there's a line has to be drawn between the sand where I have to be mindful of my partner, mindful of my wife. You know what I mean? And then, you know, your mom have to call somebody else. Like, yo, like, I don't know what to tell you because I feel bad. Because there's some people that have mothers that have strokes, that have different things that need help. And their children is who they rely and depend on. But then, you know, it's always that one particular child that's singled out to take care of everything while the other children can run free. So it is what it is, and it's like terrible. It's like a terrible thing that you see where a mother, her son becomes like her father, her husband, everything. It's like Jim Jones is everything to her mom. They've been through so much together. I know she supported him, she was there for him, but she has to let him go and live his life. I know one of her biggest issues that she hasn't mentioned yet on the show, she probably already mentioned it tonight, is she wants Chrissy to have a baby, but I think it's too late for Chrissy to have a baby. I don't know, because I know a lot of women that have babies at 45, 46, 47 that I know personally that are my friends. So, I don't know. I don't know. That situation's crazy. So, anyways, we get to the house. You know, the first episode, you know, Jim Jones pulls up. Mind you, you see them vans that had all them hateful things on it. Like, I'm rotten, I'm spoiled, I'm going to cut your throat off if you blow my horn. I get high, I'm a mama's boy. And I had to ride down the street with that shit on. But you know what helps Jim Jones is he's able to smoke weed. You know what I mean? Imagine if he was getting drunk, he would be upset. But it's like he's smoking weed and he's just relaxed. He's in his zone. He's taking, you know, he's out there baking. Basically, he's in the car baking while everybody's actually meeting up with each other. And then Amber and Renee, they meet up. They hug each other. They act like they know each other for a long time or whatever. But it seems like the tables are going to turn and Renee is not going to be friends with Amber. And, you know, Amber's going to let her emotions, you know, outweigh the things that she needs to do. And basically, don't know if it's for rating, for TV, or she actually has a problem. She says she's bipolar. She says she has mood disorder and shit like that. Well, she needs to be in a facility. She don't need to be on this show. Like, you got to stop taking advantage of the sick and the crazy and the weak. You know what I mean? Just to get ratings out of these mother suckers. But hey, they on the show. They on the show. So anyways, basically they have their, you know, school. They have their school. Basically, they go to school or whatever. It's a school exercise, and basically they have to open up the desk basically and pull out a bag, and they have to, it's show and tell basically in the classroom. Very nerve-wracking and shit like that. So anyways, I'm like, damn. So basically everyone's just laughing. They think this is funny. They think like, oh my God, it was so funny when guys said, I haven't been to school. The last time I was in the classroom was when Nixon was president. I was like, oh shit, her father's old. But the father seems so nonchalant, like he's not there. Like he seems like he's disappointed in his daughter, but then he seems like he's not disappointed in his daughter. It just seems like his daughter is his type of punching bag that he was for his father, as a punching bag. And, you know, since she's kind of like the weakest and she wants so much more of his attention, she wants to be around him, it's like he's making her suffer for that. And then you know, Brandi also seems like she's kind of lost a little bit. And you know, being the tabloids, you know, being on TV is really important to her as well. But it seems like she was raised in an environment where her father was sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And what did he expect for her not to be sex, drugs, and rock and roll as well? So it is what it is. So anyways, it's time for it's time for the school show and tell. And you got Renee. She has a I think it's Jen. She has I don't even know what she had. Renee has a brain basically. I guess her brain is to use her brain and actually, you know, her brain on basically use her brain to actually think for herself and not depend on people, I guess, or whatever. So, you know, Renee does have a good brain. And so basically Lena, she has a nose basically like Pinocchio because she lies, she's a liar. So it's hard to mend a relationship with somebody that is a liar because it's so hard to know if they're actually being genuine or actually telling you the truth. So that's going to be a difficult one to work on, because you don't know if she's sincere, if she's just lying to please you. And Renee with the brain on drugs, not using her brain, not to think for herself, not being able to think for herself, or being codependent on her sister to do certain things for her because it's just how it's been. So then you have Jennifer. She has a knife basically because she'll cut your throat, she'll cut you off in a minute. Like, she has, not talked to her sisters, and she can easily walk away from a situation and not be bothered with it. Like, she'll cut you off in a heartbeat. She ain't playing them games with you. I was like, oh shit. And so then we have Jim Jones. Basically, he has a he has a baby mat basically around his neck because basically he's a mama's boy, and his mama's feeding him. He has a baby bib on because he's like a baby, he's a bib, he's still a boy. And then you have Mama Jones. She actually has a baby, real chocolate baby too, with a umbilical cord still attached because Miss Mama Jones is attached to Jim Jones. He's like her father, her husband, her financier, everything. Like, you could tell that their relationship, it was mother and son, but, he was always there for his mom and the mom was always there for him. So it basically seemed like they counted on each other. And he was the only son, and he provided for the family, bring him out the hood, take care of him. We also know that our house caught on fire and Jim Jones was there. Jim Jones is the ideal son that you would want, and that respects his mom and shit like that. But he takes it to a whole limit where he has his mom into his relationship. He should make sure he set boundaries for his mom and Chrissy, because they're both in two different lanes. One's mom, and one he sleep with, and one birthed him in this world. And so then we got Chrissy. What does Chrissy get? I forgot. I don't even remember what Chrissy got. I guess Chrissy got like a runner or something like that. I forgot what Chrissy even got. Because she's always running, basically. She's always running. She's always the runner. She's running back and forth trying to please, please Chrissy. I mean, Chrissy's always trying to please Mama Jones. She's always trying to please Jim Jones. And basically, she has a sash, basically to say that she's runner-up because she's not number one. And Jim Jones' life, she's always runner-up. Not that she wants to be number one, but she wants to make sure that Jimmy has, boundaries between him and his mom. Him and his mom have boundaries where they don't get into the relationship. And the only way the mom is into the relationship like that if Jimmy brings her in and complain to as well. And then the mama calling up, Chrissy, acting like she can cuss her out and tell her what to do. But Mama Jones really wanted Chrissy to have a child. And so we get Brandi. Brandi has a picture of her ex-husband, basically, which her father loves and still wants to be a part of his life or whatever. So it is what it is. And then the father, basically, he doesn't, it's like, he's holding on to breast. Holding on to breast, and that's the thing that his daughter did, cosmetics. And the way that he was holding on to the breast, everybody's talking about, like, why is he still holding on to the breast? Like, oh my God, like, let go of the breast. And it was like, a bit, that's what make it seem like it's some type of perversion going on in their relationship. So basically, he talks about his bad childhood and things like that, how bad it was, and all that other stuff. And they talk about expectations and things like that. And that's when Jimmy talks about, reality TV using people and spinning people and taking advantage of them, because he's been on different reality TV shows. And so he was in one of them. So he understands how reality TV or set people up to look bad, and then things just go away. And so then that's when crazy lady that can't comprehend, because she's on so many different drugs that it messes with your brain. Look at her, she looks high, she looks stoned. And so basically she's coming at Jimmy, telling Jimmy to be quiet, he doesn't know what he's talking about. She's been on reality TV for 10 years and they treated her well on her show. It's not her show, it's MVT. It's MTV show, basically. That's whose show it is, my friend. That's whose show it is, Amber. And so basically she's like, she was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I get treated well on my show, whatever. And I was just like, damn. And so then they go back and forth, and then she tried to run up on Chrissy to try to fight Chrissy. Then Jim Jones, he jumps up and he pushes her all the way back. He almost got her down, and then security comes, Dr. Ish comes. He's holding, trying to push Jim Jones back or whatever. That's what I'm talking about. Like, on these shows, you be seeing these women run up on somebody's, excuse me, on these reality TV shows, you be seeing other women running up on other women, basically while their fiancés or their husbands or their boyfriends standing there. Like, if you love somebody and you there to protect them, you make sure that no one could get to them and hit them, whatever. You sacrifice yourself. So that, in that time, so in that point, Jimmy sacrificed himself to make sure nothing happened, because he doesn't want Chrissy to go to jail. Chrissy's like, I'm ready. I got them hands. I'm ready to do this. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. And then where was Amber's husband? Where is her mother? Regardless if she was wrong, her husband should have been there to protect her. He should have been there to have her back. Like, he was somewhere across the room. They know she's crazy. They know she's loca. So it is what it is with that situation. I was just like, damn. And so, Mama Jones was just like, in her confessional, she was like, she don't know. She don't know what's going on. She don't know that, we're about to jump her in this piece. We ain't what she want. And then Chrissy's all like, yo, listen. Just because you run up on them people in your show doesn't mean you're going to be running up on me, because you be acting up and coming after people on your show, Amber. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you need. You don't want none of this. And so Jim is still not really participating in the show or in the episode or whatever. He's smoking his weed. He's twirling around his little thing. So anyways, then we get back to, now we go to Tonya. So anyways, what's her name? First, Amber, she apologizes to Chrissy. Chrissy's not really feeling that apology. And Amber looks like she's whacked out. She's like she's on drugs, but she's on different antidepressants that can make you docile and can make you think things crazy in your head, and she's on mood stabilizers. And then she's on some other type of medicine. So who knows what's going on in that mind of hers. Nothing really, and nothing going on. But how her and her husband gonna get paid, and the mom. So anyways, it's the mom turn to get up, and basically she has a spine that's basically saying that she doesn't have a spine, that she doesn't either, she's spineless as well, but she doesn't stand up for herself. She doesn't stand up for herself when it comes to her daughter. And basically she talks about how she was abused and how she let her husband abuse Amber and all this other stuff. But then, Matt says that later on in other episodes, Matt says that this is not true. This is not what happened, because he was told from Amber that his mom, that Tonya abused Amber's father, and he was like, I don't know how all this shit changed. And so then you got Matt, he got a desk full of worms and shit, which is disgusting, moving around, basically calling him a slime. He withers in the dirt, like he's so slimy, so sticky, so low down. He's beyond a peasant. He's below dirt than dirt. And so basically you get Amber, she comes up, and it's about her life, I guess. It's a bomb like blows up like tick, tick, boom, tick, tick, boom. So, and that reminds me, invite the Cabo only, tick, tick, boom. So, anyways, with that, like she blows up, she explosive and all this other stuff, which it is, and she blames it on her childhood. She blames it on the way that she was raised, the house, and how she grew up. She was raised, she harvests all that violence, all that energy that she saw. So anything that she sees or anything that she can feel as disrespect, she goes off. And one thing she did say, she said to Chrissy that, oh, I ain't afraid to go back to jail. I ain't scared of you, because when I went to, I wasn't scared to fight none of the women in prison or in jail. I was like, okay, bitch, something to brag about. So now moving on from that, now you get the episode with the snakes, and then you see Dr. Ish with the 2 earrings in his ear. He didn't have 2 earrings in his ear the last 2 episodes, so he got 2 diamond studs in his ear. What's going on, Dr. Ish? What are you doing? You making that in ducats? So anyways, so basically they gotta do this exercise with with snakes, basically. So basically each couple has to go outside and get into a booth and say how they feel and this and that, where nobody can hear them and express it. And then later on they're going to do an exercise where they're going to be tied up around snakes, and if they don't tell the truth of what they said in the booth, the snakes are going to be released and they're going to crawl around their feet or whatever, which is, I wouldn't do at all. So anyways, Renee and her sisters basically go into it. Basically, Renee is going after her sister Lena, basically for using her in court, trying to get her kids or whatever. The father was sick. The father was on his way to prison. The mom was like in some type of chaos situation. She wasn't getting along with him. So basically, Jennifer was back at school, and Renee was the only I guess she used Renee as an out or whatever, threw Renee under the bus so she can get her kids or whatever, some shit like that. And Renee hasn't forgave her. It's like, damn, you guys haven't talked about this in all these years. Okay, it is what it is. When you guys see each other, you live in the same city, you live in the same place. We wait till we get on family boot camp edition to talk about this shit that's probably, they didn't even say how long ago it happened. I guarantee it probably happened like 20 fucking years ago. Like, these people all crazy. And then Renee's going after her sister. She's yelling, she's screaming, she's yelling at Jennifer because Jennifer is this and Jennifer is that. Jennifer cut people off. Jennifer's not around. Jennifer's supposed to help her. It's just like crazy. But the last episode, Amber was pissed because they put drugs and pills in her room and she went off, but the doctors wanted her to act that way. And basically their room was the most fucked up. Their room had like little baby beds and things like that to basically let them know that they act like childish and they don't act like adults. But how do you expect them to act like adults when they're all on drugs, And Chrissy did say to Amber, it looks like you still high from 2 episodes ago from your TV show. I know I wasn't the only one. Even, Brandi thinks that, Amber is high. Like, Amber is high, and her mom's high too, because on the last episode with the dogs, her mom couldn't participate with the episode, with the challenge or whatever, because she said her back hurts, she has the flu, her pain meds, she ordered her pain meds and they haven't came in yet. So basically it seems like the mom was going through withdrawals. So I don't know how they're gonna get any help unless they go to rehab first and then go get psychiatric help. So anyways, they're making a mockery out this show. And so basically Renee's going after her sisters, yelling and screaming like a motherfucking monster. Like, yo, if you yelling and screaming at me like that, Renee, we ain't talking. But I guess they used to Renee acting like that. But Renee has to pretend like her sister or people that she's talking to and a business meeting, because Renee did business. Renee worked in the business. She's been in entertainment business. She worked for 50 Cent. She did a lot of different things. And, she was also a producer, mob wife as well. Like, talk to her, like, calm herself down where, like, this is business with my sisters, where I'm trying to handle how I feel, where I won't be so emotional, so I can think with my head and not my heart. Her sister, Lena seems like she's a total, like, douchebag. You know what I mean? She just seems like she's a douchebag, and Jennifer just seems like she's a douchebag as well. But we know Renee's story, and Renee is really a loving, giving person, but she just gets high and then she gets upset, and she thinks too much. She has anxiety. But her sisters are not really douchebags. They're sisters, so they're gonna have issues where they go against each other, where they argue and they fight. But it's just like Renee's treating them like they're peasants, and she's just yelling at them like they don't supposed to speak back or say anything back, but they just supposed to say, okay, Renee. And then if they did that, Renee still wouldn't be happy, because she'll be like, why are you patronizing me? Why isn't it okay? Why do you think it's okay? So with Renee, you're not gonna win when it comes to her sisters. So it is what it is. And so then basically Jimmy's still getting high. He's still smoking them blunts because he does not want to be bothered with the bullshit or whatever. So anyways, Guy, Guy, basically we find out like Guy, had like the rock and roll lifestyle, and basically I don't know, he just seems like he's an odd guy. He seems very odd. He seems very weird. He seems like he doesn't have a touch. He has a touch of, Alzheimer's, or he has a touch of something, but it seems like he enjoys putting his daughter down. It makes him feel better of a person, but then at the same time it makes him feel bad because he raised her as well. So it is what it is with that situation. You got Jimmy Jones. You got Jimmy falling asleep on the couch with a blunt in his hand, falling asleep and shit like that. I'm like, oh God. And why is Amber? Why is Jennifer? Why is Renee, why are these people drinking? Why is there liquor around? These people have no, and also Brandi, I don't think Brandi had substance abuse problems, but these people were drinking. Look at that picture with them drinking, you know what I'm saying? Like the mom and daughter drinking. Like if they have substance abuse issues and they have drug issues, alcohol is like the gateway to as well. They want to feel better, they want to feel more now. So it is what it is. Jimmy's falling asleep, he's chilling, and then Amber, she starts to argue with her boyfriend. She starts to argue with Matt that he beat her, he abused her, and he would beat himself up, fall down the stairs, and then call the police and put her in prison. Shit sounds shit don't sound real, but we know people will do whatever they want to do in relationships to get the upper hand. They will lie or whatever. So I don't know if he actually did it or not. He's confessing that he has not abused her, and he doesn't understand where this is coming from. That's why he didn't want to go off. So I guess we'll find out later on at this season if he actually abused her as well. But right now, watching these 3 episodes, it seems like she's the abuser because she yells, she gets mad. And not only that, she attacks everybody else in the house. And like if she thinks a crazy certain type of way, she goes off of it. She goes off of impulse. But she doesn't have the mindset to think, okay, let me think this out. Let me think this through before I go off. Let me make sure I have all my ducks in a row. Like I'm saying, how can a person that behave in that way actually raise children? Because the way that her mom raised her, she's going to raise her children that way. So that generational curse is going to pass down to the children unless somebody else can come in and be a part of the children's life. So I'm guessing the baby father has her children, or the grandparents on the father's side is raising the children, because this is a travesty if she is actually has full custody of her kids, or even joint custody. She should have only weekend visits supervised with no alcohol involved and no painkillers involved too as well, because people like that act very erratically. They think in their head, what if she thinks that her children are disrespecting her? She gonna start yelling and cussing at them and whooping them? That's what it seems like. So anyways, everybody has come to the agreement that Amber is crazy. They really don't want to be around her. And it was funny when it was in the classroom scene, when Amber got up to come after Chrissy, Guy, he ran behind Dr. V to hide behind her. He was scared. So he ain't about that life. He ain't about this bullshit. So anyways, I'm just like, damn. So anyways, these are all of them get in the booth, basically express how bad they feel and all this other stuff. So now Renee is jumping on Amber's bandwagon, thinking that Matt had abused Amber, but the person that seems the most violent is Amber. But he could be able to control his anger while he's in public, while he's being filmed, because he can control it more. And on top of that, he's a lot more older, so he can hide it better than she could if that's the case. But we'll see if there's any evidence that he did beat Amber, or if there's somebody else going to come in on the show, because usually they have family members and friends come in on the show and tell you what's going on. So anyways, it is what it is. And so anyways, we get to the booth part. Chrissy was so touching and it was so sad. And then also Guy, he's talking about his daughter being an escort, having sex with rock and roll bands, which is sad, which is depressing, which is like, damn, how can you even speak of your daughter like that? Even if she does, she's supposed to protect her and be like, yo, you know what? She made a mistake. She fell on bad times, but she's still my baby, and I'm not going to disrespect her like anybody else disrespects her. But he feels that way about her. And it also says something about him when he sides with the husband and not his daughter. That says a lot about him as well, which is just like, damn, dude. And so we got Matt basically talks about, about him not abusing Amber, and basically Amber lying and all this other stuff. So anyways, then Renee talking about the money. Renee's talking about like how she's always there for her sister. She's always there to support them. How they lied on her. How, Lena lied on her and all this other stuff. Then Jim Jones, he just really doesn't care. They really has a problem. Mama Jones acts like there's no big problem. It's just Chrissy. Chrissy acts like there's no big problem either. So basically the doctors are saying that they're not really here to deal with their issues. They are here for the paycheck. And they are not trying to embarrass each other on national TV. They're not going to roll in the mud like Renee, and they're not going to roll in the mud like Amber. And Guy is rolling in the mud too as well, the way he's throwing his daughter out there. I'm like, damn. So anyways, so basically now they have to get to the snake situation. And so they got to own up and tell the truth. Everybody owns up and tell the truth of what they said. Only people that didn't was Jimmy and Mama Jones. They actually complete the exercise because Jimmy is scared of animals. If you watch any shows that Jimmy's been on, he tells you he hates animals and he's not down with animals or any type of pets. So anyways, they played Chrissy in the booth, which was so hurt, and you can hear the pain in her voice. Like, either she became an excellent actor or she just really tired of shit. But 7 years, Chrissy, 7 years is a long time, and you're a smart and educated woman. But sometimes when you love somebody, you don't want to let them go. And, you know, she didn't say Jimmy was cheating on her, but Jimmy don't be coming home. Jimmy was at the strip club all the time or whatever, blase and third. But Jimmy does love Chrissy, you know that, because he wouldn't be with her that long because there's so many women that want to take Chrissy's place. So anyways, moving on from that, that's when Jimmy was like, yo, when you doctor do something that makes me really think that you a doctor, so you actually know what you're talking about and you actually know what you're doing, then I'll participate. And that's when they put on Chrissy thing, and then he realized, okay, they're doing some things. But that he's not the only one that feels that way. The previous seasons, I questioned Dr. V and Dr. Ish on the show. So anyways, it is what it is. The snake thing don't go too well, but hey, whatever. Then Renee is just after Matt at this time and point, and basically it is what it is. And so basically now we get to the next episode where it's a sacrifice themselves basically from one of their family members to get chased by a guard or attack dog, but they're gonna have on a bite suit. And basically they pick out Renee, they pick out Chrissy, and they pick out Guy, and they pick out Matt to actually ask them if they want to sacrifice themselves for their family to get into the dog suit or whatever. Chrissy said no, but she ended up doing it. She ended up sacrificing herself, but she only sacrificed herself for Mama Jones, to let Mama Jones know that she does want to be a part of the family. She does want to help the family and all this other stuff. But then Chrissy gets attacked by both dogs. None of the dogs even come after Jimmy because he's relaxed and cool. They can feel Chrissy's heartbeat. They can feel her being scared, and they both attack her. And he's just watching. There's nothing he can do. So Guy refuses to do the exercise because he feels like he's too old. He feels like he's out of shape. He feels like he can't do it. So he throws his daughter under the bus and then feels guilty afterwards. But he waits till later on. Everybody says, oh, you know what? I would have gave you that money if I knew you really needed it. I didn't know you needed it like that. I would have gave it to you, but it's too late because now everything's due. Or, you know, that excuse, you know what, I would have gave you a ride if I knew you had no other ride. Like, come on. So, but basically he doesn't treat her as like his daughter. Like, is there a question of fraternity? Is that his biological daughter? Like, what's going on where father was going to let his daughter be? I know a guy that's 95 years old, and he still won't let his daughters do certain things. He will go over to their house and fix things in their house. He won't let them hire people because he don't want strange men in his daughter's house if he doesn't have his contractors there to do the work. Or if they leave, he'll come by and he'll fix the stuff. And he's 90-something years old. And if you ask him to do this exercise, and he would never, I don't care how old he is, he would never allow his daughters to be chased by a dog. But they won't be on the show anyway because they don't have these issues. Well, they don't have these type of issues. So anyways, it is what it is. And so then Renee said no, that she was not going to sacrifice herself for her sisters. Then when it got to both of her sisters to get down and dirty with the exercise, they both said no. And then Renee reneged and said, okay, I'll do it. But what they really wanted, what they really wanted Renee to do was declined to do it. Stop doing all the dirty work for her sister. Stop being like the father of her sister, because it's like Renee took on her father's role and being there for the sisters and doing the hard and the dirty work, and yet they don't want to assist her and help her out when she needs help or whatever. So anyways, Renee does it. She takes it like a champ. She could have broke a hip, she could have broke a thigh or anything, but she did it, so, but they really didn't want her to do it. And so, Mama Jones feels really good that Chrissy did sacrifice herself for her, and she was like, I love you, Chrissy, for that. So it almost seems like Chrissy and Mama Jones can actually make up, but sometimes Mama Jones get into her head that somebody's trying to take away her son, and then that becomes a problem, or she starts to think too much or get too high, smoking that good weed, and be like, how come I don't have a grandbaby by Chrissy? Because Mama Jones actually loves Chrissy, and Chrissy actually loves Mama Jones. It's just that they're competing who Jimmy loves the most. You know, Mama Jones is afraid to lose Jimmy, but if she actually had a relationship, if she actually had some true love, if she actually had a man that she can trust, because I don't believe she has trusted a man after she had her kids, where she got into a real relationship and wanted to move forward and get married and, you know, start a whole brand new life with somebody else. Her life is basically Jimmy's life, and then whatever fame that she got off of Jimmy's life, and Jimmy helping her dreams come true. So her son is actually like God to her in so many different ways, and she doesn't know how to let him be Jimmy, you know, be Jimmy with Chrissy. And she likes Chrissy because if she really didn't like Chrissy, she would have did anything and everything to make sure they would not get back together. But we also get a part of the episode where Mama Jones is upset because on the Chrissy and Jimmy's last show, they were supposed to get married, but Chrissy actually moved to Miami because she was just sick of the bullshit, sick of Jimmy being immature, because Jimmy is immature because he's a mama's boy. Like, he don't like to clean up, he don't like to do this, he don't like to do that, he likes to party all night, get high, bring the friends home, like he's living like he's still a teenager, you know what I mean? Especially at that point, he was still doing vamp. Like, where's vamp life at, Jimmy Jones? Where's vamp life? We live that vamp life. You're too old to live that vamp life now. So anyways, it is what it is, but Chrissy had to do that for herself. So I don't know if Jimmy and Chrissy are actually living together or he's going back and forth to both places, but Mama Jones feels some type of way that Chrissy was actually trying to pull rank and pull power, because that's going to bring Jimmy to Miami when she stays in New Jersey or New York or whatever. So now he's going to have to go back and forth, and so where's he going to, so he's not around the corner to run and come to his mom's defense, and he's going to be even closer to his mom now that her house caught on fire. Whether, I don't know, I don't want to say no dumb shit like somebody did it for insurance money. I don't want to say nothing like that. I don't want to say like somebody set her house on purpose to hurt her. So that's going to leave him to be closer to his mom, because you only have one mom and your mom can never be replaced, but Chrissy can be replaced. But that love that he has for her, and the woman, the type of woman that Chrissy is, can't be replaced, because he might not find another one like that, because she's old school too. You know, Chrissy is older than Jimmy. She grew up in a time of love, respect, honor, protection, wisdom. She grew up in that time where, you know, women had some type of class about themselves, and if they were going to, you know, dibble and dabble and do anything that was people consider negative, they were going to get paid off of it, and they were going to ride with whoever they ride with. They was going to be, she's the type of person, female, that you can consider a ride or die. She got your back. And it is what it is. And then, you know, Brandi's father, guy, going around talking about telling Amber on the low. Why would he tell Amber, of all people, that he feels is crazy, he feels is unstable, he feels is a lunatic? Why would he go and tell her that his daughter was an escort? Why would he be spreading the rumors? If he's heard about it, that's something he should address to his daughter. Like, daughter, why was you an escort? Was there anything that you couldn't come to me to ask me for help? I couldn't give you any money, I couldn't loan you anything. Is there anything that I lacked as a father that chose you to go out there and be an escort? Or was you really ever an escort? I don't know. I just want to know, because it was in the tabloids. But yet he goes to the craziest person in the house and tell that story to. So now when Judge Tola gets down there, she brings it up, and then Renee jumps in. Now Renee's coming after her. Renee wants to come after Amber. She wants to roll. She wants to rough and stuff with her afro puffs, with her straight ponytail after Amber, and she's trying to reel Chrissy in to join her as well. But Chrissy's not a follower, and Renee's sisters are trying to tell her to leave it alone, let it go, let Brandi handle that situation. But I think at this time and point, Amber realized that she can't come after Chrissy like that, because her man actually loves her and is going to protect her. He's not going to let no crazy buffoon come after and hit his wife or his girlfriend. And Chrissy's not going to back away. And Mama Jones got her back too as well. So she sees like they're tight knit when it comes to the bullshit. So he feels like he can come after Brandi, because she's probably jealous of Brandi because she had a better life. She looks better. She's prettier. She looks better than her and all that other good stuff. And she probably has more wealth than her. I don't know. And her father doesn't really have her back, so I guess she feels like Brandi's the type of person she can attack and get away with it, because she was picking on Brandi about, oh, this is your first drink, oh, you're drinking too much, or you shouldn't be drinking this. But then Brandi and was, making the situation bigger than what it was. Afterwards, after Amber apologized, when they were sitting out there for the exercise of the dog, Brandi was like, you know what, since I fell and hit by the dogs, I'm going to drink me some rosé, some moet, some gin, some juice, or whatever. And so then, Amber hears that and she feels some type of way. And then Chrissy brings it up to tell Jimmy what had happened or whatever. Then Renee's laughing. So now this is, at that moment, that is something that Amber could have got upset about and then it would have been real, but she holds it in. She doesn't say anything about that or whatever because it's a group of them. But she also got to realize she started that by attacking her, talking about you drinking, when she's taking pain medications, she takes mood stabilizers, and she taking antidepressant, which, tangle all this up. And then on top of that, she's drinking. So she's living in the glass house. She doesn't have a right to throw stones at anybody. So now we're going to see the aftermath of what's going to happen. So anyways, peace. I'm out. One love.